Hi there. So in the following video, you will be observing me directly instructing a small group of learners in my English class. We're focusing on two girls in this small group specifically who have autism. One of them is a girl named Ria, who I'm doing my social skills report on, and she's the one you can see facing in the video, and the other girl is a girl named Shreya, and she is next to me in the video. So in this video, you'll see me working with this small group that I've put together, and they're doing a research assignment where they have to research two ancient Chinese poets and read a little bit about them and about their poetry, and then compare it to the poetry that was found on Angel Island, which is an old immigration center in the San Francisco Bay Area. I have supported them by providing a list of questions and things to actually look up on Google, up on the board, and they are working with Ria and Shreya, and then two other students are working together to figure out who's going to divvy up the work and find the poets versus the poetry from the station. So this supports their academic goals, IEP goals, because their goals include working on research and synthesizing ideas and putting them into written form, summarizing what they've read and presenting that, as well as working in groups in social settings and working together as a team. And then the instructional goal, of course, is to create a presentation about the Chinese poetry and the more modern poetry, and talk about the significance of both and how one has affected the other. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll come back at the end to talk a little bit about what you saw.
Make sure you get the right.
I know how to
Do you need a pass or anything?
I'll
change it.
Okay.
No, I'll change it. I'll change it.
Oh, Jesus is taking
No, I'm changing it.
You can just go down. It's
I'm
okay.
changing it.
Okay.
Because I'm the boss.
So, Shreya, what are you working on?
I'm trying to find out some stuff. Like, I just found out the poetry of Angel Island,
Mm-hmm.
and I put it back and I Googled.
Yeah, she's a poetry of Angel Island.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna look up one of them.
Okay, so how about you kind of come together as a group and talk about different roles. Okay. So, Roberto and Erin.
I'm doing one.
Wait 1 second. We're gonna talk about it together, okay? Roberto and Erin, why don't you guys look specifically at the poetry from Angel Island?
I actually did that.
You didn't go. Okay. The reason I was.
Everyone's kind of done a little bit so far, but we're going to talk about actually, so we're not all just looking at the same things together. Okay? Does that make sense? Ria, what are you working on?
Ria, what are you doing? Are you trying to research
Hey.
something?
Shreya?
No, I'm just editing the font.
Okay. Ria, do you want to be in charge of looking up one of the poets?
Okay, let's do I'm using myself.
Yeah. Angel Island.
Face away.
Ria, do you want to choose one of the ancient Chinese poets to look up?
Oh, I'm looking at one.
I found this one. I found that.
Are you looking
Facing
up-
my wine. I didn't
Are you looking up
see
when?
the
I don't
dust.
look up that.
Falling blossoms have filled the folds of my clothes. Drunk I rise and approach the
Miss
the
Johnson?
stream. Birds are far off. People too are few.
Okay, great. So that's one of whose poems?
Lil Bang.
Yep.
Can I open? Let me open
Can I
it
do some?
inside.
Can I sing some
Okay.
songs about him? About when?
You say some songs.
Yeah, can I type up some like songs?
So he's an ancient Chinese poet, so from a long time before they had recorded music. So he won't have any songs, but he will have some poetry.
Okay.
So why don't you look up Wang Wei's poetry? So you're going to take the poem, so Ria,
Yes.
have you taken that poem and put it on a slide?
Yes.
Yeah?
What's the first one?
You're going to also talk about his history, and the history of Liu Bei. see what his poetry is usually about. Okay, so will you look up stuff about Libe?
What are Libe poems?
Yeah, and also about him. Maybe a
Okay,
little
right.
bit.
What is Libe?
Who is Libe? But seems like you got it.
Is that what you're looking at?
Libe was also known as Taibei, was a Chinese poet acclaimed from his own day to the present as a genius and romantic figure who took traditional poetry forms to new heights.
Yeah. That sounds like a good source of information there.
I'm gonna write Libe information. Information.
Ooh, words.
Maybe just censor it out. There you go.
Yeah. That's great. Where's the pass?
Yeah, sometimes people use the rest.
Thought you went back together.
Yeah, sometimes one day I went to the restroom.
Hey, one job.
Okay, Roberto, what are you on right now?
I'm gonna put you in
Yeah,
something.
listen. I changed the background. Don't change it.
What?
Is your instructor?
No, I'm not the
Being
instructor.
Jasmine?
I just don't. I don't like the color.
I got poet, but I'm not changing the background.
Okay. Hey, why don't we look at the background after we're finished researching? So that you have the information and you can do that
Okay.
later. Tria, why don't we look at the background later? It's more important that you have the information.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are worried.
Reading.
So as you could see in the video, I was working primarily with this group so that they could start getting their work done. They were working, they're focusing a little bit too much on the actual presentation itself as opposed to looking at the research. So I was working with them to divvy up what they were each going to look up, as well as what questions they need to be asking and what they need to be working on together, and redirecting them when they got distracted. And just generally helping them, understand what their role was and what they need to do for this. Like I said, this was in the English class, one of the English classes that I teach. And they are one group of students in the midst of 12 or 13 other students, or 15 on a good day when everyone's there. And they're the only two who have autism in that class. Mostly their class is students with learning disabilities. So at times they do stand out. Ria has a full-time para that's there in the class as well, who often helps redirect her and get her on track and help her answer questions and work with more of the comprehension pieces of the class. But they do a pretty good job of keeping up and following along, but do need definitely that support to get on task and work appropriately with each other at times. I try to hold them to the same standard as the other students because they are fully capable of reading the text that we're reading and engaging with them in the same way, although they do need supports to do so. And I am looking forward to seeing their presentations on Tuesday because this was filmed last week, so haven't seen their presentations yet. So yeah, that was the video. It was a little bit short because I had to go help another group, but I hope that you got a good picture of what work they had to do and what they were trying to accomplish in this time and what I was trying to accomplish with them. Especially at the high school level, I'm really there to be more of a facilitator for their work than an actual direct instructor, although of course I do that as well, but more on the whole scale, whole group level than the small group level. Although there are times, and there will be times coming up when I'll pull small groups to work on individual topics and tasks, because every student benefits from having that small group or that individual instruction and time with the teacher. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks.